Hello, friends, and welcome to the International Fab Talk family. Thank you for being a part of our journey, friends. It's always gratitude first. We thank each one of you for being able to contribute your time, your energy, and your love across the International Fab Talk team. Thank you so much, and we wish you many more happy days in your life to give your best to others as well. Today, we have our special celebrity who's going to give us a time, and she is none other than Ms.Priyanka Arora from Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh, the lady with the torch, the lady with the Mashaal. Hello, ma'am, and welcome to the session.
Hello, very good evening to everyone and to you. And like always, it's my favorite time to be here to present in front of everyone and to share my wisdom, knowledge, and laughter with everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. We really appreciate your thought of giving back to the society, enabling people to understand the meaning of NLP. And today, ma'am has selected this beautiful topic called as frames of NLP, where we are going to work on that and get to know more about it as to how NLP could really bring a vast difference in our lives. So, ma'am, over to you without much wastage of time. We admire you for who you are and continue to be the life designer, continue to be the lady with the mashal. And my friends, our special celebrity and guest, as you know, she would love to inspire 2 million women across the globe. And she's on that beautiful journey. Let's join hands with her and celebrate her success and, of course, our special time on the International Fab Talks as well. Join us. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I find myself very fortunate to be here as a part of International Fab Talks. Today, we are going to talk about something which is there within us. For example, when children play games and they want to hit the enemy and they don't know where is the enemy, on the right side, on the left side, behind the tree, where? But they have that maybe some ball or bomb or gun in hand, like virtually in the game, but they don't know where is the enemy. They are all set. In the same way, we also live our lives. There is something pulling us down, there is something holding us back. We may have good mentors, we may have supportive parents, but sometimes we don't know what is holding me back and what is it which is making my life miserable. You could be in that situation as well. And when we use the research, when we use the science knowledge of NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, and we understand where are the frames, what is it which is stopping me, what is it which is creating the misery of life, you are able to find out the solutions. My dear friends, finding the solutions, paying the fees, getting the mentors, finding the college and universities is actually not difficult. But finding the way out, finding the clarity, and finding the right purpose and also the right problem is the main thing of life. So today we are going to talk about frames of NLP, which will un- discover we are going to uncover the mysteries of mind and how our mind is working so that we can find fear to freedom, we can find the clarity of life. Allow me a moment to share my screen. Thank you for the patience. With the frames of NLP, we are going to talk about the stages of life. As I already said, when we know where we are standing, we can move forward. We can find the solution of the problem only when we will know it. So let's go ahead. So, my dear friends, there are, on a broad perspective, four levels of life, four stages of life from which we operate from the space of these four stages. And you will find it very familiar when I will take each and every stage in detail. And I would like you to sit in a distraction free environment, and if possible with your family also, so that you can find the answers of the queries, the questions of life. So let's get started. The stage of victimhood. We would have seen certain people in our life. I would like to reflect on them. And if you are the one, you should reflect on yourself that every place there is a kind of suffering, there is a self sabotage, there is a self blaming, guilty, and regret. This stage is non productive stage. This stage is a silent suffering zone, and this stage is full of no clarity. The person here living in victimhood doesn't know which way to go, what to do in life, whom to blame, and where to go and find the shelter or solutions. This stage is of no confidence zone. The person living in victimhood has no confidence. This person has no ownership of life. And this person cannot actually take any decision for his or her life. For example, if it is a wife or it is a mother, that 50-year or 50 plus age years of age, the mother, now she doesn't know what to do. She has been struggling a lot in the toxic environment, and now she wants to do something out of her life, but she is finding her stuck somewhere in between those, maybe the relations which do not understand her, and those people who don't value the freedom, the values of a woman. And now she has learned to stay silent. She is not understanding how to, not able to understand how to move forward, which way to take. On the other hand, there is a man who is a 40-year, 30 plus man who's married, but still he's under the power, that legacy of his father in law, which is a joint family. And we see that joint ventures are there, so many in today's culture. In fact, from centuries back. And this man, who is actually capable of doing very big things in life, he is playing small. He is a victim. He doesn't have the courage to bring on the table new ideas, take new decisions, invest in something. And he is playing a victimhood, or in the hands of influential parents who has done so great in life, but this man doesn't know what powers he is holding in his hand, how capable he can be, how big he can make his life and business as well. So here we can understand which stage you are. It is the most dark stage of life. So, my dear friends, if you see anyone around you from this stage, according to the characteristics, you can give them a hand holding. Moving ahead, the stage of awareness. This stage comes with the awareness that yes, I am in victimhood or I am playing small, but where to go? Here, the acceptance comes that yes, I accept I'm playing small. I accept I'm suffering silently. I accept I don't know the way. And here, the mind opens a little bit. Not fully, but yes, the mind is open, not 100% with all the ideas and solutions and celebration, but here the person is ready to take whatever it comes. It's not too much of suffering, it's just watching the life as a movie and finding out this person is in the process of finding out the solution for the problems, the solution of the obstacles and challenges he is having in his or her life. So, when this is the stage of awareness, the person is light-hearted, still he's in a pursuit of happiness and finding good mentors or finding good guidance from the leaders of the domain, or that business coaches and so on. Moving ahead on the third stage, which is stage of surrender. My dear friends, let me tell you, this is the most beautiful stage according to me because here it flows. For example, how is a flute? A flute is hollow and empty. It is made up of wood. And philosophically, if I will talk for 2 minutes, if the flute is of ego and so much of, proud in itself, the music is not going to flow through it. But if the flute understand that I'm just a piece of wood, I'm nothing great, and let anything divine come to me and let the nature, utilize me in a good way. And then the divine music flows through the fluid with the musician, with the help of musician. So, my dear friends, when we surrender to the Lord, to the divine, to the supreme authority, to the Almighty, the music, the power, the influence keeps flowing. They start flowing into our life. And of course, it is not the easy way out. It is difficult stage. It is hard to achieve. But when we step on the path of surrender, we understand things are not happening according to me. It's not that I am the hero. The divine is the hero. And let the divine do its job and let me also do my job. It's not that leaving everything on the divine and sitting with hand on hand. No, my dear friends. It is doing your job 100% and leaving the result on the Lord, on the universe. It's like playing everything, planning, and still having the sense I'm a part, I'm just the instrument of universe doing this particular job and offering everything to the universe. Let the universe take charge. I am there to give my 100%. So this is the essence of surrender. And sometimes there is a trick, there is a secret when we do not find any way out, when all the doors around us are closed. This is a beautiful stage to enter. And when you are aware that my doors are closed, the paths are blocked, you sit quietly, you take some time, you take a break, give yourself a silent time, and then you enter the surrender zone, surrender stage. It's not the stage of 1 minute or 1 hour, it's a lifestyle. And my dear friends, when the awareness is at its peak, it's at its 100% level, it enters the surrender. When you know that awareness, this is my awareness, this is my life situation, and this is the way I have to be, then you surrender. You do your 100% and you also surrender. Now, going ahead, the stage 4, which can be a little overwhelming to you, which is the stage of unity, which is the stage of oneness and awakening. As we have seen certain so many spiritual leaders who have attained and got the enlightenment. This is nothing but the enlightenment. When the person becomes one with nature, becomes one with universe, there is so much of compassion in their hearts. There is so much of kindness and there is so much of acceptance that whatever I am, you are also from the same divinity. And this oneness, this unity creates that good vibration in the world. It is responsible for all the goodness and all the selfless service in the world. This stage is out of any selfish traits, and we call it awakening and enlightenment. My dear friends, I would like to pause the video, sit with you with a notepad and pen, and check which stage you fall. And if you find it difficult, I have one more technique so that you can find it well. Let's move ahead. Here I'm sharing with you a tabular form which you can prepare on your in your notepad and find out which level you are standing. And then you can understand how to move ahead, where I'm standing, what is my current position. So, in the first column, you have to write down the area of life, which I have written as relations, health, business, career, finance. If you find any other area as well, you are free to write that as well. Now, what stage you are at? Take time, close your eyes, feel your emotions, feel your vibrations. How is your feeling? How is your mind? How is your life? Is it full of celebration? Is it full of it's all right, whatever it is, it's fine? Or is it blame game? I'm not happy. I'm stuck. So you can choose any one stage that we spoke on the previous slide: victimhood, awareness, surrender, and awakening. For example, I have written relations, like, for example, it is playing as victimhood. And what is the intensity? What is that current intensity you are playing? What is your status? And you can write down the desired intensity in the fourth column. And definitely the desired state where you would like to reach. For example, when we talk about parents, how they relate with their children, that my child is mine, there is no difference. Sometimes we see that small children, they're so excited to wear the clothes of father, like wearing the big shoes and wearing that long t-shirt, that big big size jacket, and they feel so oneness. We should relate with them, how close they feel. Or for example, the daughters who are like growing and they are in their pre-teens or teenage, they take out the clothes of their mother, or maybe sari or jewelry or lipsticks. They start applying all that, using all that. So that shows that vibration of unity, that oneness, that whatever my parents have, it's all mine. So is that stage you want to reach on that stage? And if the parents are there and they think everything I have, it's for that's for my child. And sometimes we feel that with our friends, we feel that with the nation, with the society, with the world, that whatever I have, let me share with everyone. Everyone is my family. So that is the highest level of consciousness. So, where we would like to land up, that you should be writing. I have taken the unity, and of course, in the other ways, it is called as awakening, both are same. So, I have written desired state according to me, but you can write according to you. Whatever it is, these numbers are not specific to anyone. You should write your current intensity where you are standing right now. So, this will give you the current status of where you are standing, what is your stage you are operating from. I hope this gives you clarity about your life, and you will get some solution, good mentors to help you out to come out from that darkness. And this video will do the same for you. Let's move on to the frames of NLP. In the previous session, we have spoken about the perspective of NLP, and we are talking today about the frames of NLP, which relates directly to the mind and how the mind operates. How is the mind that figures out everything and is responsible for that misery or happiness or celebration? So let me take the first frame, which is the blame frame, which is technically known as cause and effect. The people who use this frame of NLP are playing a game of blame. They always find themselves in blame game. For example, they blame the situations around them. Wherever they are, whatever is the misery and whatever is the situation, they hold somebody else responsible for their failure, for their misery, for their unsuccessful life. They are not aware that something is related to them as well. They are more focused on the other person, targeting the other people, that because of you, I am here. Because of God, I have not succeeded. I don't have money. Or because of the wrong partner, I'm here. Because of such kind of a city, I am standing here. Otherwise, I would have done something else. So, when these sentences are resonating with you, you should understand that you are operating from the frame of blame game, which is cause and effect. They are not bothered what the other person is going to think, that they are repeatedly, like a recorder, keep blaming the outside world for their misery of life. So, my dear friends, if you find yourself operating from this frame of mind, this is the golden opportunity for you to come out of it. There is no harm to accept it, because you know that you were operating from this frame. You don't have to submit this to somebody else, to a higher authority. You just have to accept it and change your way of life. And if you are not in this frame, I congratulate you. You are a wonderful person. Going ahead, in the frames of NLP, the second one is result versus excuse. So now let me explain that with an example. There is a workshop happening, and this person, there's an event, and this offline event, this person reaches late to the event, and he gives justification that yes, this was the situation, I got traffic on my way, that's why I'm late. My wife cooked food late, that's why I'm late. So here there is a subtle difference between the blame frame and this justification frame. In other words, we can call it. This person is not blaming, but he is justifying. I could not do this work or project or assignment of the company because I am not technically sound. So this person is not blaming, just giving clarification, just giving justifications, excuses, just to escape from that criticism, or just hiding that why I'm not successful because of so and so scenario. So this person, if is told that if you are late, okay, if you get $1 million to come before time, will you still get late? And definitely he will say no. This person will definitely reach on time or before time to the event if he's going to be awarded $1 million. So when these type of people we meet, we should talk to them in such a way that we can change them. And if it is you keep giving excuses, you keep giving justifications for your procrastination, for your not successful life, this is the right time to change yourself and ask yourself, will, if I get its guaranteed success, will I still do the same? You will get the answer from within. My dear friends, let's move ahead on the third frame of NLP, which is most beautiful, the essence of NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, and is the foundation, it's the basis of mindset. Perception and projection. My dear friends, let me tell you, the brain, with all its senses, the five gateways, is always gathering some or the other information in the form of audio, in the form of videos, in the form of news, and lot many senses of the body. And what happens? The data is received by the body and then it goes to the brain. There is a processing which is happening inside the brain, and there is a perception. A perception is developed after the processing of the brain. It depends upon how is the person and he makes that perception according to him. Let me give you one example. For example, there is a moon, and of course it's circular, it's beautiful, but actually at some after few days it's going to be crescent, it's going to be half moon, the shape is going to change. So reality is actually different, and the perception is actually different. In other ways, for a working lady to see herself as a working lady, there can be two perspectives. Two housewives can see this lady in two different perspectives. One can be positive and in appreciation that, wow, she is amazing. She's what taking care of home as well as she is working. That's fantastic. I would like to be like her. Quite inspiring she is. The other perspective of other housewife can be how rude she is to leave her children in home at home and she goes to work. She is so career oriented, she is so selfish to leave all the jobs on her mother-in-law and she goes for a job. I will never do like her. So my dear friends, the reality is different. And the reality can be this lady has a husband who is not sound, who is not successful in business and money making, and that is the reason she is going. So, are you able to connect? The reality is different. The first housewife is calling her, inspiring. In other ways, she's not doing it by her choice. She's not working out of happiness. It's all because of helplessness and that need. She's not going wanting to inspire and influence. But the first housewife is getting inspired. The second one, this again, this working lady is not selfish. She doesn't even have children. She doesn't even have mother in law. But the second housewife is relating according to her story. And the reality is different. So now you can understand the reality is different and the perception of other people, the outside world is different. For example, we talk about red rose. So when a human is going to see the red rose, it is red in color. If I will say that how the snake is going to see the red rose, the snake is only going to see in infrared ways. The snake will not see the rose as the red as a human being will see. So here, for the snake, reality is different. For the human eye, the reality is different. And for a child, if we will see that you can, how you see the rose, and the child can simply enjoy the smell and he can say that nice fragrance. I like this rose. He's not even looking at the color. His experience is totally different. He's touching the flower and finding that, that cushion, that velvety texture of the rose, and he's finding it nice. Or maybe the other child is touching the thorns and hating the rose flower. And the perception of that child is different. That rose is hurt because he has touched at the thorns. So the reality is totally different, and the perception comes from the individual perspective. And my dear friends, the perception of the world keeps changing. Never change yourself for the outside world who is keep on changing. For example, the child who touched the thorns, now it is taught by the parents to touch the flower, the petals of flower, to smell it, to hold the flower from the petals. And now the child says, yes, I also love the red flower because it's quite velvety, it smells nice, and it looks beautiful. And now he can draw the flower also in his drawing book. So now he has changed his perspective. So, my dear friends, stick to your talents, stick to your dreams, and don't keep shifting yourself according to the world, because world perspective can change anytime according to their own mindset. Very, very important frame of mind. And when you learn about how to use the frame of NLP, how to think positive, how to apply good knowledge, how to be positive, and how to take every challenge as a positive experience, a lesson, the life becomes beautiful. Let's move ahead. And a very, very rewarding research which has been uncovered after the year 1984. My dear friends, let me tell you, before 1984, it was not known that mind and body are interconnected. Just after 1984, the research developed and they came to a conclusion that mind and body are interconnected with each other. In the other words, when we take care of the mind, it can heal the body. And when we take care of the body, we make it healthy, we make it free from any illness, it is going to relate the mind. Yes, I can understand it can be overwhelming to you. And it may also happen that you don't believe it. So now I want all of you to experience it by yourself. I would love everybody to close your eyes and imagine that you are sitting on a chair in your kitchen, in your home, and your eyes are closed, and somebody is cutting the lemon, the fresh, the juicy, the yellow lemon kept in the fridge. The moment this lady cuts the lemon, there is a fragrance which is coming, and it is quite tingling, it's quite citric, and you can feel the freshness of that fresh lemon cutting. And you suddenly are waiting, you are just sitting on the chair, and this person, this lady, who can be your wife or your mother or your sister, puts few drops in your mouth. You have to keep your eyes closed and visualize. Now, this freshly cut lemon juice is touching your tongue, and you are getting some sensation that vitamin C is, acting on it. Now you can open your eyes and you can understand by yourself, or you can share in the comment box also, how did you feel? How is the experience? Definitely, there was a salivation. The salivary glands have secreted saliva because in your mind you are visualizing that I'm tasting the lemon juice. So, my dear friends, now it must be clear to you that mind and the body are interconnected. And you should not be using the lemon right now. It's just imagination. You should sit without the lemon. It was all about closing your eyes and imagining so that you can relate that yes, mind and body are connected. Till now, you were not having any salivation, but now, after this imagination, you started having it. So, hence proved, mind is connected to body and body is connected to mind. For example, when we get ill, we are not able to walk sometimes, there is so much of pain. How is the mind? You are not able to smile, you are not able to plan, you are not able to do your to-do list, you're not able to call, although you can do that sitting on bed, but you don't feel like doing it because your ill body, the stiffness in your body, the body pain, maybe some injury or some accident is directly relating to your mind, and your mind is not feeling free or happy or positive to do something great in life. My dear friends, I can understand it can be a little overwhelming, but understand that. And believe me, this session is the essence of NLP and it is worth watching. Let's move ahead to responsibility frame, which is the ladder to success. When we talk about responsibility, we are all out of all the boundaries, all the shackles of life, all the excuses, all the challenges. And when we learn, if somebody is cheating on me, it is because of me. This is the responsibility flame. Now, there is one more thing to address and to be alert and to be aware of. You should not enter the guilt trap, the regret trap. You should not be always chanting, I am bad, it is because of me, I am not good. No. It is just a simple platform to understand I am not successful. It's because of me. Let me find the right coach. Let me find the right college. Let me find the right people. That's it. It shouldn't be like I am not successful in my life. It's all because of me. I didn't do good in my school. I am not good enough. I'm not fit. I'm not fit for anything. I'm worthless. This is the wrong side. So be aware that your thoughts, your words are going to rule your mind and your entire life. So responsibility frame comes with 100% of awareness. Of course, surrender can do all the magic when the person is responsible for their life. For example, there are certain areas in our world that where the education is not important when it comes to the girl. Let it be teenage, let it be the lady of the home, and let it be the mother who is 50 plus and now she's free with all the duties of family, but still she is not allowed to learn something to grow in life. In that way, she should take it positively and think, what can I do? And in that way, she should sit and do one to one conversation with the people around her. It can be life partner, it can be father, it can be elder brother, and sit, share your dreams, share your ideas, take responsibility. Share why would you like to do something great when you are 50 plus of age, or why you want to build such a startup when you are just 20 plus and you would like to skip, you would like to wait for the marriage for another 5 years and build a big company. Sit with the authorities of the family and unite them together, invite them in your dream, and share that with all the politeness, humbleness, and positivity. So, this way, we can take responsibility frame. On the other hand, sometimes the youngsters, when they are 25 plus males and they are the son, and there is a lot of pressure to join the old tradition of the business, and this boy, this man who is like quite adult and studied a lot, and he has brilliant ideas which may need 40, 30 lakhs of investment and not able to go through with the money. Now, this man should stay and speak, converse with the authorities, with the father, with the partners, and share with them that I don't want to join this old tradition. I would like to start something new. It is all by your grace that I'm here today. And if I fail, I will surely and happily get back to that traditional business. This is the way of responsibility and also the way of champion. Take the leap, learn from the failure, and be successful. Instead of sitting quietly, hand on hand, and doing nothing and just following the old age patterns, the traditional business, and what your fathers and grandfathers are preaching to you, it's better to take the plunge, take the responsibility. And if you cannot do that, if you think that you have to simply flow with the business of the family, stay happy, stay abundant, stay creative, so that in that particular old age business where you don't feel connected, you're not passionate, start something multi domain, start adding some creativity, and keep yourself happy. So here we can use in this kind of frame. My dear friends, I have been giving you examples only for you to understand that in a deeper level. And when we understand our own life, we know that what is holding me back and what is the actual problem is, we can find the right direction, we can find the right solutions. As when a person goes to the doctor and he just says, I have pain, the doctor cannot prescribe the right medicine. In the pressure, he may give some medicine, but it will not work. But if he says that I have pain in my head or in my leg, in my joints, or maybe in my stomach, there is some problem, there is some pain, the doctor is going to cater in that particular area. So it is as precise as that, my dear friends. I hope you got the essence of mind, how it works, how we have been, and understand that we all learn. We all are in a growing stage. It's a knowledge era. Wherever you are, accept it, embrace it, cherish it, and move on to the next higher level. Let us learn about mind conditioning, which starts from awareness. It cannot start when you are in victimhood. So, the minimum stage for the mind conditioning comes when you are in the stage of awareness. So, my dear friends, whenever there is a challenge in your home, in your office, there is a toxic environment, or there is some stuck energy, something is holding you back, or somebody is treating you badly, or somebody is cheating you, somebody is not good with you, you should ask yourself two questions. Which frame am I using? In that situation, you may be blaming the other person, or you can be, if you are blaming, you have to recondition, you have to let go. If you are feeling hurt, if you are in a crying zone, if you are self-sabotaging, if you are going into guilty, that I get scolded because I'm bad, you should come out of it. Ask yourself which frame I am in. And the second question is, which frame should I be using? What is that frame that I should use to be at my successful level, at my happier level, happier self? By using just these two questions, you can change the entire game of your life, my dear friends. And this is technically known as mind conditioning. When you apply this minimum 3 times in your day-to-day life, situations keep happening, challenges keep coming, take a pause, sit somewhere, and give yourself some 5 minutes of time and check, how are my emotions, how am I feeling, and use these two questions to come out of it and become better and better day by day. As I said, you have to disentangle from anger, guilt, hurt, chaos, and the blame game. This is the first step to freedom. If you are doing all this, take a pause and go ahead in life. And when it comes about your haters, the toxic people, the people who abuse you emotionally, you can use these following 4 mantras of life. Be compassionate about your criticizers. Understand their background. For example, a educated and talented person, talented daughter-in-law is there and is abused by the mother-in-law. What should she think? Instead of self-sabotaging, instead of losing her value, she should get back to her background. From what background this lady comes who is talking so rude, who doesn't understand and realize how a daughter-in-law can feel. Or it can be in the office culture as well, how the boss is, from where does it come, how is the background, how is his family structure. And then this person who is being abused can think that these people do not have the right education. They didn't have right coaches, mentors, knowledge, and they don't know how to talk, how to deal with others. So when we think like that, we have a compassionate heart, we understand them and understand that we are the lucky ones to get the education, but they are not. They are not taking life lessons. They are not compassionate. They are not good to people. Nobody told them to be nice. So, this way, we can change our thinking pattern and come out of that self sabotage and suffering lifestyle. My dear friends, as we have come to the end of this session for today, I would like to remind you that every day you should write it or you should feel it that you are a gift to the world. Always a leader comes from a suffering. Always a big, champion comes from rough roads of life. Nobody has got the ready made, beautiful, cherishable life from the very starting. They are very rare. So if you are stuck somewhere, it's all right. You are still a gift. You still have hidden qualities and talent. And of course, undoubtedly, the power to get back out of it and come back to a cherished life, rewarding life. As the gift can come out from the box, you can also come out as a light to the world, as a guiding light to the world, and you can break all the barriers, all the shackles of your life. Believe in these words. I truly mean it, and we all are gift to each other. I am Priyanka, the life designer, and I am happy to help. Whether it is a success story or a suffering story, we are here to provide a hand holding to you with our International Fabtalks platform. My email ID is listed over here, and I extend a warm gratitude to all of you to showing that support, and more importantly, to spend and invest so much of your time and energy in growing every day, learning life skills, and making your life a rewarding one. I extend a warm thank you to all of you. And the quote for today: change your frame and change your game. Even if you remember these words, just 6 words, you can change the game of your life when you change the frame of your life, the way you think, the way how life is. And when we see that we are thinking well, we are having positive thoughts, we are doing something great in life, and we are on the success story, on the success path, it is always very beautiful, quite with strength to go ahead in life. Again, I would like to remind you that the best moments of life, the precious moments of life come in the ugliest wrappers, in the ugliest of packaging. And because of that, we don't even open it just because the packaging is not good. And then you miss out to find that real essence, the real gift kept inside for you by the universe. It's just a trick. So, whenever you find some challenge, you break down, you find some wrong people around you, understand that there is definitely a beautiful gift hidden for you, a precious gift kept for you. You just have to go ahead, unwrap it, have the courage, face it, and enjoy it and celebrate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for overtaking the entire session. Much appreciated. You're one strong individual who gives comfort to the other person. That's what I've seen all through these days across the International Fab Talks. Ma'am, she is just like a flowing river. And yes, she has that, special energy. Like I take over the entire session. I am there for you. And yes, friends, if you'd like to transform your lives, you could get connected with our special celebrity and guest for today, member of the International Fab Talk family. You could connect with her as she is a life designer and a life coach. She would love to inspire and change your lives in a very positive way, of course, with NLP as being the main topic of interest. Thank you very much, ma'am. I really like all those beautiful topics that you touched about, the blame frame and the justification frame and perception and projection that you've explained, and responsibility frame, and all of that, the mind body connection, and all of that, you've done a wonderful job. And how to come out of victim mode, creating lots of awareness in us. And this tells us that yes, if Priyanka ma'am could do it, we could do it in our lives too. We could also become life designers. We learn it from our special celebrity, resource person, and a family member of the International Fab Talks, Priyanka Arora ma'am. धन्यवाद मैम, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for having me here. It's my beautiful experience and my pleasure to be here with you and your lovely audience. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Stay blessed. My dear friends, with this, we come to an end to the International Fab Talks. If you like what we are doing, stay connected with us, like, subscribe, and share. If you found that this beautiful topic called as Frames of NLP was really interesting and helpful to you, like, subscribe, comment, and share as well, such that it could reach many people too. Stay safe and stay blessed. And wishing you happy Pongal.